swagger, okay? Regardless of what happens out there. Doesn't matter. Keep your swagger.
Hey, welcome into the Five Hole Fantasy Hockey Podcast. We're your hosts tonight, Raj, Zach, and me, Alan, TJ at home. You guys, I left you guys alone for 5 minutes, and now we're having to do a part 3 of the Atlantic. I know it says part 2 in the thumbnail. Ignore that. But how are we doing tonight, guys? We gonna keep this under 2 hours?
No.
Yeah, I'll calm down. I got cooking to finish up, so we have to.
Well, cool. All right. Before we get going,
don't burn your bacon jam.
Yeah, especially because that stuff's delicious. Before we get into the show, as always, man, wherever you keep up with us, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all those wonderful things helps the show out. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Pods. We love you for it. But yeah, let's get into it. You guys did Detroit and Ottawa last time, so we were picking up with the Montreal Canadiens. Probably, one of the more exciting teams to watch. I agree with Raj. Sharks and Canadiens will be fun to watch. Hopefully, fun for fantasy.
I agree with half that comment.
Exciting to watch, not necessarily good.
No, not good, but fun to watch. But yeah, last year they were 40, 31, and 11, 5th in the Atlantic, 17th in the NHL. Power play 21st in the NHL. So this coming season, they have 21 off nights. They're tied for second fewest, so not much there if you're looking for off nights. And then they're tied for first in back-to-backs. So we're going to see a lot of Jakob Dobas. I know you guys went over the additions and subtractions. Again, the big addition here, Noah Dobson. And we'll get into that later. So, and I think we said, Raj, we'll start with the question marks and storylines before we get into players there. Big thing in TJ's notes here is the youth movement. Young team squeaked into the playoffs last season after 4 years missing the playoffs. And then was last year luck? Kind of, actually. I'm looking in the notes here. They went on that hot streak right at the end there, 15-5-6, several 1-goal wins, rode a hot PDO. That goal differential, though, -18, and then a 48% expected goals. Yeah, they kind of punched above their weight class, which was, that's usually how the wild cards go. And then Demidov, 2 points in 2 games last year. What does a full season with him look like, guys? Where do we see him actually?
I think they're going to make the playoffs again. That's my personal opinion, and I think that Demidov they're going to try to put him into that top 6. I do think.
Oh no, absolutely agreed. I could even see Slavkovsky taking second line here and there. Not that he spends the whole season there.
I think Slavkovsky I think he's a first liner.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's why I think there's Slavkovsky is going to have a big year. I'm very high on him. I definitely have some stuff on him in here.
Oh no, I know. So he was a second half player for me. I think someone dropped him and I picked him up right as he went on that heater the back half of the season. And good God, in Bangs Cats leagues, Slav, good guy to have.
He's gonna be good.
Really, and my personal question is, so we talked about them being a young team. Would we agree that they are more of a finesse team?
Oh,
yeah,
I agree.
I would think so. So that's not playoff hockey. Playoff hockey is not a finesse game. Can they play heavy enough when it gets to the end of the year? That's my real question, because I do think that they're going to make the playoffs. And I know that this doesn't have anything to do with, actual fantasy hockey or anything like that. But, I always kind of think of things as real, actual hockey. And my biggest question mark is, can they play heavy when the playoffs roll around?
That'll be good. Yeah.
But who's going to do it?
Yeah.
Who
got
is
here?
that heavy player?
I was gonna say, yeah, no, this is a very good talking point. Like, if we say all these teams, Ottawa, Montreal, are gonna take a step forward, like, I don't see Boston bottom of the Atlantic. Like, who drops out of that top three?
Here's a big question of mine: is like, you see the green stuff and the red stuff. There's a big difference in the top half and the bottom half of this league last year, right? There was like every team below the halfway point here was like just garbage. So Montreal has to change that -20. Like, that's the thing that Montreal has to change. That's my question is, can they actually stop something? I don't think there's much question. They're going to be like exciting and fun and good offensively. I mean, they've got a sleeper on the third line who might get them some goals. They're not going to be questionable there. It's like, can they get that -20 differential up to like even being even?
Even, yeah.
Like that's what's got to change on this team. So
right.
Can they actually get that?
And we know
together?
Montembeault himself is a very serviceable goalie. And then now with the addition of that huge backstop in Noah Dobson, that third pairing isn't terrible. Daily Faceoff has Matheson and Alex Carrier, who he doesn't show up on paper, but that Alexander Carrier trade from Nashville did a lot of good things for them. Continued upward trajectory. Yeah. Line A bounce back. Yeah, no. Was it Daily Faceoff has him on the third line right now? Like, we can get into that. Question mark stories. Yeah, we did that. So targets. Top targets: Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Lane Hudson. Yeah, no, I agree. After that crazy rookie season, Noah Dobson. I don't know. And then Demidov. Do we think Dobson is still a top target?
Yes, definitely. Like, he's not going to be the number one power play guy, but he's also not on the Islanders.
And looks like we lost Zach for a moment. Yeah, I just he's not the top. I mean, he lost his that power play spot in the Isles to friggin' Tony DeAngelo. So I don't see him. I don't know. But I feel like Matheson has the better category coverage. So I'm not. I don't know if to me, I guess maybe top target late in the draft, but I don't know if I take him where I would take someone like Hudson, or even like you guys spent 45 minutes talking about Mo Sider.
Well, yeah, of course we did. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I just disagree.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, he's definitely lost top power play. He was
right.
the only hope at offense from a defenseman on the Islanders.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I just think he didn't get any support 5-on-5. He didn't get any support. Like, he had to be the leading scorer on the team to have a decent season there. Whereas here, he's kind of just going to be, there's going to be goals happening on this team. I think he's going to be not like when he was like 4th or 5th in the Norris voting. I think that's going to change. But I think there's a lot of people who are just going to completely ditch on Dobson, and you'll be able to get him, particularly in categories leagues. I agree with you there. If you have hits and blocks, I think that you're gonna want to pay attention to Dobson, because like people are gonna notice, like, yes, his power play's gone, so he's not what he was. But I think his 5-on-5 is gonna go up. And he's an all-around good defenseman, so I think he is still useful.
Gotcha. No, okay, and I see your point. So yeah, maybe in deeper leagues or like you said, category coverage, there's still value there.
Yeah.
And then power play units. Yeah, I feel like Suzuki, Caulfield, Hudson are the locks. What they do with Slavkovsky, Demidov, even Line A. I don't know. Or shit, they could even run make it a 2 defenseman unit. Have Dobson there.
Yeah, I mean, that's one area where I can see, like, if Line A has a purpose on this team, like, that's the kind of, you just throw him in an Ovechkin kind of spot to eat up some minutes and save some of the other guys some minutes, like, because he could be useful in that spot. So I wouldn't be surprised if Line A gets some point time or some, like, bumper spot time. But yeah, they have it's such a deep, like Dobson can go up there. They could do a 2D thing. It's a pretty solid team, and it not overly top heavy. Like, it's not like you have one or two superstars. You've got a whole bunch of guys who are really good. So the power play unit could move around a little bit.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. But yeah, that second power play unit, that's Island of Misfit Toys. If I've ever seen one, Doc, Newhook, Bolduc, Line A.
Bolduc, jeez.
Yeah, Bolduc, okay. Yeah,
Can you hear?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
we got Zach back. Sweet.
God, finally. This only took forever for me to get back on. I'm telling you, StreamYard hates me. I don't know what it is. StreamYard hates me. I had problems last episode too.
Oh, no,
Did you
yeah,
check
I
on your
heard all
bacon
of them.
jam? Did you get to check on your bacon jam?
I could go do that, but I was hoping to do that after we talked about Montreal because I'm going to be here for this.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have
Well,
it
yeah,
on
we just
as low can go.
top targets, power play units. Do we anything you want to chime in on or?
Well, I was going to ask, do you guys think that Dobson is still going to get top line pairing?
There we go. Yeah, because haven't we talked about like a top pairing of Hudson Dobson?
I just
I don't
don't
know
know
how
if
good I
that's the
feel
way-
about that.
Yeah, I don't know how good I feel about that either.
It's just they don't. I mean, I don't know. It seems like they'll split them up, but I think like part of why they have Dobson is so that Hudson can be more of a Quinn Hughesy type of offensive focus, not have to work your ass off as much at this stage in his career. And Dobson can do the opposite. He can not also have to carry the team. He can ease off on the offensive responsibilities because he has always had to be the offensive guy on the island, but he's a very good all-around defenseman. So I think he can lean a little bit more on the defensive side so that Hudson can lean more on the offensive side. And I think it's like a 1A, 1B, but Dobson might end up with more minutes overall. I wouldn't be surprised if Dobson ends up with
the
more
tougher
overall
assignments.
minutes. Yeah.
I mean, Dobson had, Norris consideration not but 2 years ago.
Yeah. I think he was like fourth or fifth.
When that was like his breakout season, and then just I don't know last
70
season. I
points.
don't
It was
know
wild.
what the heck that was. But yeah, Daily Faceoff right now has Gooley, Dobson, Hudson, Struble, Matheson, Carrier.
And
So
I
they
don't
have them-
hate Gooley being up there because he's definitely more of like, he's not out there to score points. Caden Gooley.
So Gooley's the
No, and
stay at
if you
home.
can-
Dobson's your puck mover.
If you can
You would
line
think
it
so.
up like that, you end up with that's a pretty solid third pair too. Like that's a pretty good all-around D if you line it up that way.
And that just helps Montembeau, which hopefully helps that goal differential down the road.
I don't know if I'm going to invest in Montreal goalies just yet.
No.
No.
No, that's I don't know how deep you want to call that value, but that is I don't think that means it's good value.
Well, it's not because they're not going to they're going like we were saying they're going to be a fun team and there's lots of guys we're rooting for, but I don't like. I think they'll probably make the playoffs, but they're not going to be racking up wins. It's not going to be like
Oh,
like
no,
even a Jordan Binnington situation where you just like you end up with a bunch of wins just because you play all the games on a reasonable team. It's just no. I'm not into either of these
Gotcha.
goalies.
Yeah. Moving on, secondary targets, streamers. I think Slav is definitely like the cutoff between your top targets and secondary targets. Yeah, Montembeau, I agree. I don't think we really are too invested in holding Montreal goalies. Matheson, yeah, definitely in Cats leagues or where those bangs are worth a lot to you. Patrick Laine, I guess. Yeah, Zach Bolduc.
I like
I guess
Zach Bolduc.
high pedigree rookie.
I'm actually a fan of his. I think that he could make waves if he's put into a good situation.
I mean, there's definitely room in that top six. I mean, especially if he can do better at 5-on-5 than Laine. We all know Laine is power play merchant, and if that dries up, he really doesn't do much for you.
Well, I would keep an eye. You're totally correct, but I would keep an eye on Laine because he is the guy where if the power play is struggling, he might get a game or two on the power play. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't. I'm not saying to invest in Patrick Laine.
No,
but he is a guy to keep an eye on because he's still Patrick Laine. He could very well go like 10 goals in 10 games and then finish with 16 goals.
Could
on the season, right?
Looking at his history here, I don't know. I'm not super high on it. Like I thought like the only times he really finished around point per game was a couple seasons in Columbus. And then that final season in Columbus, he just tanked.
Yeah, no, I'm not leaning into him. He's also like, he hasn't played 82 games in like 7 years.
Oh God. Yeah. Not since Winnipeg.
So that's been the main issue, right? Like he's had some decent seasons, 26 goals in 56 games, 22 and 55, but it's like he's maxed out at 56 games in the last 5 years. So
right, and I just even I don't like how that shot production's gone down. The past couple years either.
I'm not saying to draft him, but I am saying to keep an eye on him in certain situations because like there could be times where he ends up in a position for a couple of games and then is injured for 3 months.
Most of them. Yeah. So we'll go out to breakout regression, value sleeper picks. So TJ had Slav, Demidov. Yeah, I'd say kind of the team as a whole. I agree with Raj. Like they're all poised to kind of take that next step.
TJ stole my Slavkovsky again.
No. We can hear you, Zach. You're good. You're good.
Oh, I was going to say, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he stole my Slavkovsky, and then he just wrote notes about him and stole my guy. He should stick with Demidov. I like Demidov too.
I was going to say, yeah. I think, I guess no matter what Demidov does will be a breakout because all he had was 2 games last year. That's a terrible sample size. Regression, I totally agree with TJ here. That shooting percentage, lowercase high than career, and just to me, that power play is a question mark for him. I think there's other guys who can be better served on that power play.
I will say Slavkovsky also hits a ton.
Oh yeah.
As long as he's taken a good amount of shots, I expect him to get first power. Like we were talking about, I think he's going to get top power play, which he did not get a lot of power play time last year. I think that's going to change.
And then I see, Raj, Suzuki as the regression candidate.
Well, in terms of regression...
Is it lowercase regression?
Well, like I said here, it's like I don't really see regression as players, but there's a couple of stats that I could see regressing a little bit. Like I could see Caulfield's 37 goals coming down. Like he's probably... I would be very happy if he got 33. and a few more assists. 89 points for Suzuki. Again, I expect him to be more like an 82, 83 point player, and would be happy with that. And same as the 60 assists for Hudson. That's just like those are all for all three of those guys. Those are maxed out stats in my mind. Like I don't see Caulfield getting more goals or Suzuki getting more points or Hudson getting more assists.
No, I definitely agree with the Hudson take. Small sample size. Could he break out more? Sure. But I don't know if he does 60 again. Who knows? We don't have the numbers to really back it up either way.
I think I would expect him to be like he was 6 goals, 60 assists, 26 on the power play. So that's a lot, but it's not outlandish. I could see him more in the range of like 10 to 12 goals and probably like 48 to 52 assists. That's just
gotcha
my prediction.
Well, I don't think it's really crazy because he's not really. It's not like he's out there to score goals anyway. You know, all those power play assists are what you would expect. You know, there are high level goal scorers on that team, so he's there to move the puck, and I think it makes a ton of sense. I expect his. I'm not thinking he's going to come out here and have a 13% shooting percentage. That would be craziness. So
for sure. I'm just
stick around, the 6, 7, 8, 9% range. Like if he gets up double digits, then that would be a surprise.
No, I just think he's going to take more shots.
That's fine.
He took 1 shot a game this season, which is a very rookie thing to do. So I think next season you're going to see him up at about like a shot and a half, 2 shots a game. And it would be more of a similar trajectory because he's fucking elite. Like he is a special dude.
He attempted a bunch of shots. His total shots attempted was, 290, almost 300. Now he, had only 91 of those were on goal. I almost feel like it's more of like a, Shane Gostisbehere vis-a-vis the Philadelphia Flyers.
No, don't
shots and just fucking miss.
Don't you dare compare Lane Hudson to Shane Gostisbehere.
I'm just saying, taking shots and not hitting the net. And then when you miss, I just remember Ghost used to do these shots. He'd, fire it in from the friggin' point, miss, it would hit off the backboards and just come out of the zone. So I don't want to see that happening to Lane Hudson. Get them shots on goal, and good things will happen.
No, I think
That's all I'm saying.
the difference is he's talented, and this year he'll learn how to get those shots through, and he's going to get more on net. And I think it's a similar trajectory to what happened with like Quinn Hughes, where he was like 5 goals, 60 assist guy, and then he came out and was like, I got to shoot more, and each year his shots have increased. And I think Lane Hudson is more in that mold of a player. And I just think he'll just, like, I'm not going to say he's going to get 20 goals, but I think he'll go up from like 6 to maybe like 10.
Nice. And then moving on to value sleeper picks, TJ has Slav and Demidov. Yeah, and I'm so glad TJ put ADPs in these notes here. I would say with where they're going, they're absolutely being slept on. Demidov is at Fantrax ADP was about 121, Slav 127. Both those guys could easily outperform those. I would. Yeah, I don't know about 77 though, or whatever Larkin's ADP was, but I don't know. I would almost rather take the upside on one of those two than take Larkin.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I would take Slavkovsky over Larkin any day of the week, and I think 117 is a fucking dope place to get him. I'd almost take him around before that just to make sure that I got him. But if you're getting him at 117, man, that is value. That's also who I have. I have Slaffy as my value pick.
I said there aren't any, but I was not aware that people were so dumb about Slavkovsky and taking him that late. I would be happy if I got him at like 105.
Mm-hmm. I
I
agree.
would
That's what I'm
absolutely,
saying.
absolutely.
I would be okay with taking him around before that 117.
Yeah. So
I'd bring that
I
average down.
looking at that average, I'm gonna agree with you guys and say he is definitely.
And I would say that's definitely the point in the
There's a first
draft.
for
Like
anything.
you're reaching anyway, but like to get
I
a
know.
top line guy like Slav past 100. I
Top
mean, it's
line,
not the
top power
best
play?
team, but that's top line, top power play. That's your big swing.
But that's
Yeah,
also
like maybe-
someone playing with the Nick Suzuki, and just like, don't get me wrong, I understand that Raj thinks that there is a chance of regression there, but this is a 30-goal scorer the past 2 years, a guy that scored over a point per game last year. Like, you put somebody on that top line that can also hold, that can actually hold their own on that top line. I think that's huge.
Well, and just don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't really see any Caulfield or Suzuki regressing overall. Just maybe those specific stats. Like I could see Caulfield having a couple less goals, couple more assists. That's all. And I think Slavkovsky being anywhere around that is going to probably improve on his point totals as well.
And I think, doesn't he have the kind of larger
Not
player
probably.
thing working against him? Like, I guess the taller, bigger players take a little longer to develop.
Fair
That's
enough.
what you say when they're starting slow. I mean,
I was gonna say, I feel like that's like sophomore slump. Yeah, big players
that's
take
one of
longer
those
to break
things.
out.
It's one of those.
I mean,
things
he's
you
only
say.
played 3 seasons. It's not like he's some like 28-year-old or anything like that. He's only 21 years old.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh god, and I forget. Like, yeah, we gotta. I guess I need to temper my own expectations on Demidov. I keep forgetting that he is like 19. I assume that because he came over
he's
from
a
the K,
baby.
he's like mid-20s.
He's a baby.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, and it's hard because KHL ice is different. He did get 49 points in 65 games. I considered a pretty big deal over there. But I guess he's most likely kind of playmaker archetype. So that for me, I don't know how much I like slotting Line out, Demidov in on that power play if you have Line there as a trigger man. But yeah, I don't know. What kind of ceilings do we think Demidov have? It's just pie in the sky.
I mean,
Well-
I think you put him on that second line, but that's just me. I don't know that he'll get first power play unit right away. But that's also because I'm not a huge Patrick Laine person. Now I understand that, like you said, he definitely is a power play merchant. But go out there, score your 20 goals a season. But I'm not all in on Laine. But he is going to still score goals. But he's not going to get assists. He's
No.
just ain't going to happen. He's also not going to block shots for you. He's not going to hit.
Well, but that's all the more reason why he's only useful on the power play. So he's going to get power play minutes or
Your power play
send him
specials.
home, right? Like because like you just said, like if he's not a trigger guy on the power play, literally, why does he exist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He
out of
he
his
doesn't
20 goals
do
last
anything
year,
else.
15 of his 20 goals last year were on the power play.
Yeah.
And four-
So
and
if you're
four
going to
of
take
his
the power
13
play
assists.
away from him, no way. There's
Yeah,
no
was
way.
it in
And
your
like,
notes, Raj? Like, trade him to Vegas so we can focus on his career as a Gary Busey impersonator.
That would
Yeah,
be awesome. He'd be so good at it.
he's already nailed it, and he could just capitalize on it. But yeah, I just think that if he's going to be there, that's the only purpose he has. And I just do not agree about Balduke. I don't think his 16% shooting percentage or whatever it is going to happen again. Yeah, so I think that people are sleeping on Laine. I think that he's going to end up doing a bit more than people are thinking.
Gotcha. But yeah,
His hitting days are over. I don't see him getting a bunch of hits or anything.
So back to Demidov though. What do we think in his a full season
Fuck.
with him 50, 60 points, 50?
45, 50.
45, 50 plus with power play?
Man, that is a tough ask. That's a tough question for someone who's only played 3 games.
I would say, but it's
That's what I
preseason,
mean,
so we can say we'll see. And
that's what I mean. Like I'm saying, I don't know. It's hard to say because like KHL, it doesn't translate.
I'll take the over on 50 points.
Yeah, no, I would say 50 is a nice floor.
I think it's super feasible. The dude.
I would say it's feasible. I think it's feasible.
And goalies. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, Sam Montembeaul's the starter. Jacob Nova's backup. Yeah. And they have Capo Kakinen out there in probably in the A that they can use as a backup here and there. But yeah, I think Montembeaul, sure starter. Do we want him? No. But this is if you punt goalies and this is what you're left with day one, well, that's on you.
Maybe if your only goalie stat is shots on goal.
There we go.
If that's your only one you count.
So
you
rate stat leagues, no. Saves, yes.
Well, I wouldn't even say saves, just shots towards you.
Rubber to the face.
Yeah. They'll get a lot of that.
Are you also counting roast beef sandwiches? Because he had a bunch of those last year, too.
Oh, God, yeah. We'll have to see if Fantrax will add that scoring roast beef sandwiches. But next up, Florida Panthers.
It's a great thing to keep track of. I'm just saying. Delicious.
Oh, man. Yeah, Florida Panthers, you're back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
Ooh.
I know. Fucking Florida. I don't know how they get away with it.
I was not rooting for them. I'm not going to lie.
Something in the water. I was. Not because of the Florida Bros thing. Florida. Just, no. If Connor McDavid never lifts a cup, I'll be all right.
What? Why are people? Why are people?
I'm
like
a hater.
This?
I'm just a
hater. Why though? I mean, I don't hate Connor McDavid.
He's the great. He's probably the best player who's ever lived.
And that's fine, but it's like he's just got to work for it like everyone else. Like
he's been working for it
twice now in a row.
They have one other good player, and he also plays the same position as him. Like, what else is he supposed to do?
Carry the team
anyways
on his back and bag skate. Yeah, so last year 47, 31 and 4, third in the Atlantic, 11 in the NHL. Power play 13th in the NHL, 23.5. Off nights, they got 26 this year, tied for 12th. Nothing fancy there. Back-to-backs 13th. They got the 4th fewest. Off-season changes. Did they add? Oh no. This is not Florida's off-season changes. Because I was like, Pontus Holmberg. No, Tampa signed him. Let's see if those are in the notes.
That looks like old Tampa Bay notes.
I know, yeah. Oof.
Did so send you the wrong thing?
No.
You can blame me. It's all right. I don't mind. You can blame me. I blame myself.
Yeah, I think we can, even in the notes here, these additions and subtractions I don't think are right. I would say the biggest news, though, is that they re-signed Sam Bennett, Ekblad, Marchand, Nosek, Samoskevich, and Mackenzie Entwistle, whoever the heck that is. He'll probably quarterback the power play at some point because that's how they roll there. But yeah, I would say probably the biggest storyline, and I think we can all agree, third straight Stanley Cup final appearance, back-to-back wins. Do they three-peat?
God, it's so hard to do.
It's impossible to do, but I think the problem is they are a playoff team. They are not really a fantasy team. Like
No,
in
I
terms
miss
of
100+ point or not Ekblad, Barkov back in the day, like when no one
yeah,
knew
but
who Florida was.
the thing is, like, what did he have? 70 points. I mean, and people will say, well, he missed games. It's like because he's Malkin. He misses games every year. And that's the problem with Florida is all they want to do, and especially this year, if like you've ever heard of load management, they're gonna maximize minimizing this year because that's all these guys want is like let's be on the fucking team at three-peats. So there's gonna be lots of games missed, lots of rest. They're already like, besides Sam Reinhart, who had just another crazy season, like they had no one above 60 points. Like
Really?
this is not
That
they have
what?
Sam Reinhart with 81,
Barkov had over 60
Barkov
points.
with 71, and then
There we
everybody
go.
else was in the 50s. Like, so it's just not, in terms of fantasy, it's just not a great team. Like, as I think they probably have a legit shot at three-peating, but it doesn't mean they're good for fantasy.
Fantasy. Oh no. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, totally agree. And then speaking of load management, yeah, pretty recent news. Matthew Tkachuk's health is iffy. He had a torn adductor and a sports hernia during the Cup run, and hasn't decided on surgery yet. But it sounds like either way, most likely to miss some time. If he does get the surgery, he can miss 2 to 3 months. That's insane. Because I know a lot of people, depending on if you drafted super early or decided your keeper super early, that's first round value just down the drain. That is you're handcuffed to.
Yeah, I would almost bet that he's going to get the surgery. That's what I mean. Like, I think this team's good enough where they can all take the time and they're going to get in the playoffs. And that's all. I think that all that is on anyone's mind is like 4 months into the season, let's get rolling. So I think all those.
Yeah, I would have him get the surgery. Also, that's my personal opinion. I would get it over with, get it done with. You know, it's got to happen sometime.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
They got a chance to do something insane. So,
but yeah, with him gone, yeah, I mean, who do we think steps up? So guys like Sam Miskevich, or do we see the return of kind of a top line Marchand, or oh god, how old is Marchand again?
Marchand can do it all, man. he's fine.
37.
He can do it.
Like, I mean, we just had old man Pavelski. Yeah, 37.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he can play. Like they got Reinhart, Tkachuk, and Marchand on the right side. They got Verhaeghe. They got Rodriguez. Actually, both play both sides.
So, have they signed Rodriguez yet? I know
they'll sign Rodriguez. They will.
Okay, I was just like, people don't like it. We don't know who has contracts yet. I remember seeing a Rodriguez signing.
I don't know if he has. He will sign there. Everyone on that team who has the option to sign there will sign there. And if they
know what,
we're going to trade you, they'll say I'll sign. Take $1 million off. I want to stay and be on the three-peat team. They're like he'll be there.
Okay, he does. Oh, he does. Like, why was that a big deal? Oh, you know what? I bet it wasn't so much the contract. It was they were going to have to move someone to make everything fit. But if Matthew Tkachuk starts the season on LTIR, fun times in salary cap land. Sounds like they're good now. Oh, I think.
Is Zach?
There we go. I think Zach's mic is on the fritz again. Well, yeah, so there we go. Since Armin's had this question out there since the show started. Hey, there we go. Now you're good.
Oh, there's a good question.
Yeah. Armin's got the question. 2 questions. Standard cats keep forever. Who would you trade Matty Tkachuk for right now. Feel like his value's at
How
an
do you
all-time
trade in a
low.
keep forever league?
I don't know.
If it's
Trade for another keeper, but I feel like his value's at all-time low.
I mean, if it is a keep forever, I would probably hold on to him. If it's something that's going to be a long term,
'Cause how
his
old
problem
he?
is
'Cause
going to
it's
be
not like you need to get younger.
his problem is going to be maybe the first 2 months of the season max. And
Yeah,
then he'll
it's
be
like, can
great.
you?
So
Oh, yeah, 27. He'll be all right. Yeah, I would say like hang on to him. I mean, the season hasn't even started. The rest of your team could carry you.
yeah, I'd hang on to him. Like he's just so good all around, and he's not gonna be not good. Like he's a legitimately good player, and even if he gets the surgery and misses a couple months of time in a keep forever league, yeah.
And then
I don't
the
even want to
second
entertain this question.
Yeah,
Armin.
who do you think are the most improved plus minus players? And
Quit
teams?
that league, Armin.
Ugh. Yikes!
Get out of there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Delete that email address and leave that league.
Players, that's even harder to tell. I couldn't tell you who's plus minus teams. That's gross. Yeah, I don't know who would even one team to say improved. Could we say Montreal got a little bit better? But I don't know if that would be like a most improved.
I would say don't have anybody on the Sharks and get everybody from Dallas and Vegas.
I like it. Yeah.
I honestly I think that's my answer. I'm super high on Dallas every year since Ottinger has come into the league. I love Jake Ottinger, man. I do. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's excellent.
And Dallas is good around him. So I think that they're going to be great on the plus minus. And Aiden Hill has surprised me. So I'm high on Vegas. I think that Marner is going to be great there. I've already brought that up a couple of times because I truly think it's the correct answer. So I think that their plus minus is going to be out of this world, and I think that I wish that there was relegation. I think that San Jose should go down to the fucking AHL. It should be like European.
Bring up the Abbotsford Giants.
Yeah.
Abbotsford Canucks are not even the.
Yeah. All right, but top targets from the Panthers, we got Sam Reinhart, Matthew Tkachuk. I don't know how top. That's going to be weird trying to draft him. This season in a redraft. Alex Barkov, Seth Jones. I agree there. Carter Verhaeghe and Bob. Projected power play units. Yeah, I think Reinhart, Barkov. I think Jones. I do think Jones is a lock.
Yeah, who else would you have do it? It's not Ekblad.
Yeah. Yeah, and because you never know when he's going to get suspended again. Yeah, Tkachuk with an asterisk. I mean, when he is back, he will be a lock. And then, yeah, I like this Marchand / Bennett. I feel like I don't know. I would rather have Marchand.
I want to see Lundell.
I mean, and maybe
to a damn power play. Why don't we?
They're going to have time, no matter what it looks like. So yeah, we could. Why couldn't we see Lundell out there?
I would like that.
Yeah,
make me happy. I like it. I like Anton Lundell, and I think it's about time for him to do something. You know what else he's awesome at? Face-offs. Good shit face-offs. Why is he not on a power play unit? It makes no sense to me.
And shit, like even when Barkov's been out, they don't move Bennett up. They move Lundell up. They've done that several times. Yeah, why couldn't Lundell be top power play?
Because he's
even just as the face-off guy.
Is the second best center on that team. He just is. That's fine.
Yeah. I would just overall, all things aside, I just really temper your expectations about what Florida is. They're a fantastic hockey team. They're probably the best team in the world, but just
Great real life team.
Look at their stats before you start drafting them, because like they're really overall they're just everybody's pretty good. Nobody's really great other than Reinhardt, and he's going to get taken before he should probably.
Except for Bob's. Bob's is really good. However, I'm interested in drafting him this year, which means he'll probably do fucking awful, because that's what happens.
Well, okay.
Whenever I don't draft Bobrovsky, he is the fucking Vezina winner, and every time I do, he is just god awful.
So who do we think is a higher roast beef sandwich ratio, Bob or Montembeau? It's dependent on if you draft Bob or not.
Bob's has a better two-way forward group in front of him and a better defense, so that makes and 100%. He legit is the better goalie. So I mean,
yeah, Bob's is I think in most leagues, unless it's specifically rate driven, Bob's is one of the best value goalies out there, because people, for some reason, there was like that dip, right? Like he was amazing, then he got that huge contract, and then he slept for like 2 or 3 years. And then everyone was like, oh, he's such a piece of shit, but he's been great for a like another couple of years. He's been really, really great.
I don't think it was so much Bob slept. I think it was that team in front of him was garbage. And then Bill Zito was like, oh, wait, we can actually ice a serviceable hockey team and win games. Oh, my gosh.
Well, but when he got to Florida and was playing there, too, they did have... oh, fuck.
Don't say Strawman.
No. I don't want to get into it. They had another goalie for a bit who was really, really good, really promising for a year or two, and then he went into the substance abuse program.
Oh, was it Reimer?
No, Reimer's 50. Drieger?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the name, but yes. Yeah.
Anyways, no, I'm Drieger's on
Spencer
the
Knight. Spencer Knight. They traded him in Chicago.
Spencer Knight. Spencer Knight. Yes, Spencer Knight. Anyways, all I'm saying, Bob's is awesome. Panthers are awesome. I just think Bob's is a lot of people have still like a lot of memories of him when he was shitty a few years ago. And he is going to be
I drafted him.
Yeah, he's going to be a volume goalie, and he's good.
So watch out.
And he's on
because I like him
this team.
Secondary targets and streams. Yeah, Sam Bennett when he's healthy. Brad Marchand. Yeah, especially if we see him power play 1. Ekblad. If he doesn't have power play 1, I'm not interested. Forsling, always nice out there. I wonder if even he sees some boosted deployment with Kachuk out.
Okay, there's one thing I want to see. Do you know when the first game is?
Oh, no.
Roughly?
I don't know, the 22nd, 23rd.
Beginning of what?
You just made that up. You don't even know.
No, that's when like all of everybody's first games are.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
September 22nd, September 23rd, somewhere
for
in
preseason.
Oh, I thought you were talking about actual season.
Yes, actual season. I just want to see after everyone's done their drafts, I want to see the ADP on Sam Bennett before game 1 of the season. I want to see where Sam Bennett has gone and how ridiculous it is.
Really? You think I mean, so it sounds like you think he's getting overdrafted, but like how bad?
Oh, good God. Yes. Like, he is barely a draftable player in fantasy.
And sorry, I thought you were talking about preseason. It is. It's October 7th.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, and it wasn't even really relevant. But I just want to see, like,
so don't
before game 1, I want to see what his ADP was after the actual drafts, and I guarantee you it will be the most embarrassing ADP of the season.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sweet.
Okay.
He's not very good.
It's a hot take.
All right, so
Not
getting
really.
into breakout regression value, guys. TJ's got Sam Muskevich for the breakout. I see it. Me personally, I'm going Jones. I feel like if he's a lock for power play 1, which is iffy. I mean, I know in the playoffs they did have him up there, but they would also run him and Ekblad at the same time. I just don't feel like Ekblad is a power play quarterback material. Seth Jones is. So yeah, with his periffs and the power, yeah, we could breakout, lowercase breakout, but yeah, I could see Seth Jones getting back to like 50, 60 point defenseman, which he hasn't been in a while.
Is that a breakout though?
I mean, compared to how he's been the
Well,
last few seasons, yeah.
Fair enough.
That would
lowercase breakout.
That would put him into like the top
Lowered
scoring.
expectations.
That would make him third on this team in scoring. So I would I temper. That's what I mean about Florida. Like, just temper all expectations about people being great. I don't see anybody being great on this team this year.
I miss
Like,
Columbus Seth Jones, where he just did it all. He hit.
Because he had to.
He had to.
scored. Yeah, it was cool. He
This
just did
whole
everything.
team
It was
is
dope.
This whole team is just gonna like, let's get to the playoffs healthy. That's what this.
Well, and then he
entire
did have
team
to do
is.
it all in Chicago too, but just playing for a
Yeah.
dumpster
There was
fire
nothing-
war on him.
There was nothing to do in Chicago. There was nothing that could be done. Like, there was nothing that could be done. So, but I think Seth Jones will bounce back from like 36 points.
There
I
we
think
go.
He'll improve. on
Bounce
that.
back. I don't. Yeah, maybe not breakout. Bounce back.
So this is where I'm taking Lindell. I'm taking Lindell with the breakout player. I do. I think it's feasible. And the reason is he is a really good actual hockey player. Like, when it comes to the actual game of hockey, has it showed up on the stat sheet? Not exactly so far, but he has a super steady shooting percentage. I want to see him get more time on ice. He only had a little over 16 minutes, 45 seconds, 43 seconds, but as far as the face-off percentage, fantastic. 53% last year, almost 55% the year before that. Does a lot of hitting, takes a decent amount of blocks, half a block per game. But it really comes down to, if he gets more time on ice and better deployment, I really think that it'll show up. I do. I think that he could easily, go from the 45 points he had last year to 55, 60 points this year. Put more on his plate. And it'll show up. I'm telling you.
They should, even though, yeah, they gave Bennett that contract. Absolutely. He's one of those guys that absolutely, anytime he gets that opportunity, he runs with it.
It's just not really a team where there's more plate to go around. Like, this is a top
They're too
9.
deep.
It's a top 9 team. Like, the whole team is like, yeah, if you gave them more time, they would get more stats. There's literally 9 guys who can do that, and that's the only problem with this team.
So obviously, we're thinking Lindell is going to be on the third line, which I'm fine with. But they do kind of, have the depth to make that third line viable. So if you have Marchand on a third line, that's that's a viable scoring threat to have alongside him, along with Luosterainen, which I'm not a huge Luosterainen fan, but you know what I mean. Like, that is great depth for a third line.
That's a very fine line. Like, that's a good line. That's a second line on lots of good teams.
Yeah,
agreed.
And then regression, you all unanimously chose Bennett. I gotta say Ekblad. I mean, he got kept at 33 points last year. There's not much room to regress, but I feel like lost a power play 1, used in more defensive minutes.
I'm just not big on Bennett.
I get it. I say get him more for the category coverage than anything. So no, I agree with that. But just to be different, I'm going Ekblad.
I'll give you that as far as the Cats go. Like he's great with hits and everything like that, but isn't that what a third line or fourth line center does? It's more of the you all as you, Alan, always like to say, follow the money. They gave him that $8 million+ contract. So is that why they have him on the second line and pretty much the only friggin' reason? Because it's not out there to actually, win faceoffs, which he's well below 50%. It's not out there to, do
Shit,
what
that
else
is
is he
his
doing?
contract. Wow. You know what though? If Florida didn't give it to him, someone else would have.
Then somebody else should have.
Yeah, that is the worst logic. But that's
Oof.
what I mean. Like the whole logic of this team is we need to three-peat.
Yeah.
And business-wise, like in
other than
terms
that
of
contract,
business-wise,
they
if their
have
team is garbage for 10 years, like if you can say, like who has ever
it's all worth it.
three-peated?
It's all worth it.
They're good for 20 years. Like, yeah.
I think the Canadians did it twice. Don't quote me on that,
ridiculous.
but I know they did it at least once. But I think they did it twice.
I would be certain that they did
decade.
that. Islanders, probably Oilers.
I think was the last. I think Islanders was the last team to do it, if I remember right.
Edmonton must have done it.
I remember the stat. Like I seeing the stat, but I can't remember what the stat is now. But yeah, I thought it was the Islanders was the last team to win 3 cups in a row.
And that is to me, that is when you're a dynasty. 3 in a row, three-peat is a dynasty.
And then value sleeper. I like TJ's pick for Bobrovsky. His ADP looks like he's going around 125 on Fantrax. But I agree with the 5-hole ADP. That's probably more value for him is 73.4. I mean, he's a starter. Tarasov isn't going to challenge him for anything. Yeah, great value if you get him outside top 100. Yeah, I know. I probably maybe one of the top 5-10 goalies off the board. Do we think?
I still need to snag access to our ADP so that I can actually make better choices. But I still like Carter Verhaeghe here, and I know that Raj does too. I think that Carter Verhaeghe is definitely a great pick for value. He has 2 seasons in a row with 70+ points. So I think it's great. I love him on that top line.
Hold on, this back-to-back like cups thing here. When did Montreal? Should there be an asterisk next to those Montreal consecutive seasons where there were like 6 teams in the league at that point? The Islanders is one of them.
Hey, I said they did it twice. Hey, look at me, I was right. That doesn't happen often, but it just happened now. I'm gonna go play a.
I can't believe the Oilers didn't do it.
I could have sworn they did, or maybe they're below Toronto. I don't know.
Oilers,
but no,
Oilers have 2 peats.
There it is. Okay,
with a gap in the middle.
But no, I like the Verhaeghe pick. Like he's a guy who gets
Verhaeghe. He had a little bit of a down year last year. Like prior to that, he had two 70+ seasons. Last year, he only had 53 points. And, last year, his shooting percentage also dropped well below his career average, like well below, 5% below his career average. So I expect that to go up like his career average would assume. You know what I mean? When people are way too above, you think that things are going to regress back to the mean. I think it's going to regress up to the mean. It only makes sense in my eyes, on top of the fact that he's going to have that top power play. He's going to have that top line.
That sign means something. I don't.
I just hate I just hate the term positive regression.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So much
Progression.
So, okay.
Progression.
It's called progression.
So-
It's
He
called-
so
progresses
how-
back to the mean. There we go.
So how would you hate that? So let's see. Okay, 1, 2.
It's an
5
oxymoron.
Five
like,
seasons. 5 seasons in a row. 15.8%, 16.8%, 14.4%, 15.3%, 13.8%, and then 8.3. Which one of these is not like the fucking other, Raj?
What does that have to do?
Oh
with
no,
the
no.
term?
He hates the term positive regression.
Okay, well, I think it's going to be positive progression.
There we
So,
go. Progression.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, because if you're talking about a player, and if you say, "Oh, they're
Yeah.
going to regress this year," what does that mean to you? That means
Well,
they're
I
gonna
have him under
get-
value sleeper candidates, not regression.
Okay. Yes, me and Alan are having a different
We got it. We got it. We got
conversation
it.
off to the side.
We got
Sorry.
it. All right. We are on an hour. This is looking great.
We're
But
almost
done. Yeah. So we're
We
just
are pretty much done.
goalie
Is it time to talk
situation.
about Thai food?
No.
Do we discuss
love Thai
pad
food.
Thai?
Let's put some coconut milk in some shit, wrap it in a banana leaf, and call it a fucking day.
Yeah.
I just watch Alan's fume out of his ear.
No, we have to stay focused. Focused.
Come to the dark side, Alan. Come to the fucking dark side.
All right, who are we gonna talk about for 40 minutes?
Well, it ain't gonna beat Daniil Tarasov.
No.
No.
Do we want to talk? We've talked about Bob for 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, there's not much left. I mean, yeah, I don't know. On the notes, where are we at? We got
So yeah, goalie situation. Daniil
there's
Tarasov's your new
no
backup.
situation.
No,
There's no goalie situation.
and I wouldn't be. I don't know if I'd go as far as 80-20, but yeah, definitely Bob's going to get a majority of the starts, and it's going to be
Yeah,
awesome. All right.
he'll probably have one of the highest games played. I would guess. They might try to temper it a bit, but
Yeah, I think that. I mean, load management, like you said, no, absolutely. You don't want. If Bob goes down in the playoffs, that's bad news. Bad news bears. I don't see them pushing his health.
you know what though? That is one thing that just you saying that right now, that is one move they might consider. Is like going for a three-peat. Like they might have to get a better backup. Because if you're going for this three-peat and then fucking Bob, like you just said, if Bob's does
Which is
go down,
weird. Why did they trade Knight? Like Knight could have
Well,
at least had the pedigree to carry them.
I think it was I think it was external issues with Knight.
Gotcha. But I think
Anyways,
it's time to take her in.
we'll talk about the playoffs and the playoff leagues.
We're gonna.
Oh, you went into weird mode there, Zach.
You went into mirror with there.
Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? By the way, Alan.
No,
Oh
no.
my God. What? It's better.
I
when
don't
you
want to
speak
hear about it.
sometimes.
I mean, the dark side of the Force is a pathway.
Oh, you know what it is? He's got his echo cancellation on.
Probably. All right. Night, everyone.
Oh shit.